Breath of the Wild, possibly one of, if not the most critically acclaimed video game, maybe even of all time, right? It won the Game of the Year award, constantly got 9 out of 10s and 10 out of 10s in review scores by many different review websites and YouTubers. Too bad it's mid though. Too bad it's mid. Too bad the game sucked. Back when Breath of the Wild first came out, obviously, just like everybody else, I absolutely loved the game. I was obsessed with it. I couldn't put it down. But, I haven't played it in years. But then with Tears of the Kingdom coming out so soon, well, it's coming out tomorrow, but by the time this video is out, the game has probably already released. I was very hyped for it, and I just thought, you know what, let's replay Breath of the Wild. I've never done that before. I haven't played the game in years. The game came out 6 years ago in 2017, so just in case you forgot about the fact that, you're aging, and you're getting old, and time's flying you by, and you haven't accomplished anything in your life yet, here you go, here's your daily reminder, fuck you. Honestly, I just realized that this game came out 6 years ago, and it absolutely ruined my fucking day. I'm not even lying. Anyway, I decided to replay Breath of the Wild for the first time in 6 years, and it's not good. Okay, well, it's okay, it's fun, but it's just not. It's not the masterpiece everybody made it out to be. Like, there's a lot of flaws in this game. There's a lot of shit about it that I think is just straight up boring or very annoying. Replaying it. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's talk about why this game is fucking mid. Okay, so let me just quickly get this one out of the way. The weapon durability mechanic sucks. I hate it. Mainly because it's so frustrating. Weapons break far too quickly, far too easily, and the game will tell you when your weapon is about to break, but you can't do anything about it. The game's literally like, haha, your weapon's about to break, but you can't do anything about it, lol. Like, it's not like New Vegas, where when the game tells you that your weapon's about to break, you can actually, do something about it. You can fix your weapon when it's low in durability, Like a normal game, like a good game, some might say, like the weapons just break too quickly, and I hope this is fixed in Tears of the Kingdom. Anyway, the dungeons are gay. They're gay. They're homosexual. The dungeons are homosexual because they suck dick. They're not very good. When you look at a game like Link Between Worlds, right? Let's take Link Between Worlds. It is a game that has very standard Zelda dungeons, right? It kind of just goes through the motions. You got the desert tower dungeon, you got the water dungeon, you got the fire dungeon. But at least every single one of those dungeons has like a unique identity. Like they're very distinct from each other. In Breath of the Wild, the 4 main dungeons, the 4 divine beasts, are basically the exact same aesthetically, and the exact same with like the gimmick they have, which is just moving parts of it around to solve puzzles. This is boring. Like, yeah, it's a cool dungeon idea the first time. The 4th time, it just kind of is very fucking boring. And then there are other dungeons, I guess the shrines kind of count as dungeons. They also all have the same exact aesthetic and very simple to solve puzzles. But I'm not really complaining about the shrines. The shrines are kind of cool, although they're a bit boring, again, aesthetically. There are other places, like, that I guess could count as dungeons, like the Hyrule Castle, or like those mazes you can find on the map. They're pretty cool, but I'm not sure if they count as much as dungeons, or just cool places you can find in the game. Though I still think it should be noted that they do exist, and I guess not all shrine challenges suck, by the way. You got shrines that are not actually in shrines, and are pretty cool, like the island one. I don't have to explain, everybody knows the island one. The island one's good. Now that we've talked about dungeons, let's talk about the way you get into the dungeons, so mainly the divine beasts. I like the idea of helping a member of each tribe put a stop to their respective divine beast wreaking havoc and all that. That's pretty cool, right? And I actually enjoy those quests. The part I don't like about it is when you actually have to like fight the divine beast, sort of, which mainly just means you're gonna shoot shit at it. These parts are very boring, especially the one with the I don't remember what it's called, like the one at the volcano, which is like a stealth/escort mission. It's awful. I hate it. It's so boring and tedious, and it just shouldn't be in the game. Like these sections kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes you even run out of arrows, and then you can't even finish what you're supposed to do, but you also like can't leave. So your only option is to die and try to like do it again. The story is an Amnesia story. How original and very good. I don't like the story, mainly because there really isn't one. The problem is, especially when I was, 14, 15, I don't remember. when this game came out, I was very hyped over the story, because from the trailers it looked like there was like a very big, grand story, where it even looked like Zelda wasn't going to be the damsel in distress type character, but she was actually going to take a more active part in the plot. None of this happened. See, it turns out all those clips I saw that looked very cool were flashbacks to 100 years ago, and that those are the memories that Link has lost because of his amnesia. It's not good, it's not great. And I think out of all of the 3D Zelda games, that this is by far the weakest story. Now, Tears of the Kingdom, I think, is going to at least have a better story than this, because it does look from the trailers that Tears of the Kingdom will have a pretty, like, big, grand story, so that's cool. It's just kind of sad that this game really doesn't have that. My next complaint might sound a little weird, but this game does not feel like a 3D Zelda game. I can't quite put my finger on why, but the feeling is just a little off. You know what I mean? Like, for example, older Zelda games have like very distinct side characters who have their own like side quest and plot. That's quite memorable, right? Like in Majora's Mask, basically every single side quest and side character is memorable, right? And then Breath of the Wild, it's just not. I can't even think of a single character in Breath of the Wild that isn't like Link. Like, I'm not even gonna like, I guess Impa and her daughter or whatever, who cares? And then again, I have to go back to the problem. There are no dungeons, right? Like, yeah, you have the big 4 dungeons and the shrines, I guess. But I feel like mini dungeons in a Zelda game that are hidden, like the shrines kind of are, should be like actual mini dungeons with like puzzles and a boss and like a theme. Like, for example, the well in Ocarina of Time. That's cool as fuck. This game doesn't have that. Then there's also other things like the people in the game and like the villages they live in. They're not very unique, I don't think. Like, I feel like in other Zelda games, every single like town or city you come across felt very unique and very different. This game, they kind of all feel the same-ish, except for like the big 4 settlements that are linked to like the Divine Beast. But besides that, I don't know, man, this game just feels a little bit off. It doesn't really feel that much like a Zelda game. But I don't want to shit on it too much, by the way, because the game is fun and it's very good at doing what it does. Like, the open world is amazing. I like the fact that it's not like everything there is to explore is right there in your face, like with Ubisoft games. It's like very hidden. You actually have to explore the world in order to find the cool shit. But yeah, anyway, boys, I feel like this is the end of the video. Because I can probably complain and nitpick the game a little bit more, but I've talked about what I think are the biggest problems in the game. And, you know, we'll see if Tears of the Kingdom, which comes out tomorrow, or, well, when this video releases, it comes out today. It's probably better, hopefully. But yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Guys, I just 10 seconds ago realized I found out the information that you can actually fuck Paya in this game. That's not fake. That's real. You can actually have sex in this game. I would like to say everything. I would like to get everything I've said about this game back. This is the greatest game ever made of all time. You can have sex in the Zelda game.